Good morning, welcome to my Sunday off. Today is the day I get to speak to the camera whatever I want to say without any consequences and be funny. Recently, I was looking into different stand-up comedians that are Asian or female because I think they're more relatable because I am Asian and I am female and perhaps you have figured that out, smart you. And I found this girl called Yumi Nagashima. She's very funny. She's originally from Japan and she lived in Canada over a decade and she has this cute Japanese accent. I'm sure it was her choice to speak like that, using her accent as a tool and as a way to create her personality. I like that. Perhaps I should speak more like a Chinese girl and perhaps I can try. This is my opportunity to be funny and try this. My ex-boyfriend was my English teacher in China and he taught me English, so I have this accent, more like American accent, and he taught me how to be funny. And he used to teach me say this joke: me Chinese, me play joke, me put pee in your Coke. I don't know why it is funny, but people laugh when I say this, so I got even more incentive to say this. But it is true because I don't like Coke. I think pee is more healthy than Coke. All this stuff you put inside of the Coke is worse than pee. And if you are having lunch or dinner with me and you want to drink Coke, I will put pee in your Coke just to make you more healthy. I was reading this book called Still Like an Artist because next week I want to do a week of book reviews on creativity and art and being an artist and art business, art markets, everything to do with art. And this book is one of the best sellers, so I took it out. I bought it several years ago. It was on top and it was collecting dust. And this is very American, very funny. I like this book. Also, my t-shirt is also very American and very funny. Actually, do you see there's a fly? I don't know if you can see, but there is a fly right now on this cover of the book. Zoom in, zoom in. Here. Yeah, you can see the fly, it's so funny. Co-starring The Fly. Let's give it a name. It can be, it's very fluffy, The title of this book, Still Like an Artist, is very catchy, but I'm not so convinced. I think Still Like a Chinese is a lot more interesting and is a better stealing, more creative. I will give you an example of a Chinese creativity. Chinese invented gunpowders 1,000 years ago, and we used it to make firecrackers and for the festivals like Chinese New Year and have fun with family. But the English people took this gunpowder and made guns and cannons and came back to China with these machines and took over China for a long time. Now we don't make the same mistakes again. We copy other people's invention and we make it better and we come back and we beat them in their own game. And now China is very competitive in innovation, in creativity, in different industries. I will give you an example. This is actually a joke. The joke starts like this. One German company, all the good jokes starts with a German company. A German company produces a machine that packages soaps automatically. Very fast, very good. The cutting-edge world top technology. So many companies bought this very expensive machine from the German company, including a company in America and a company in China. And this machine is very good, but there is one problem, is that every 1,000 soaps there is one box that is empty. And that's not good because the customers will not be happy having this empty box. And there is no way to tell. You cannot open and check one by one. The owner of the American company organized a meeting with the top engineers and said, let's solve this bug, let's troubleshoot, and we can come up with a solution. Here you have $1 million as a startup fund to invent a machine that detects if there is a soap inside of the box. and let's do it. After several months of intensive research, they came up with this machine that detects if there is a soap and installed in this machine production line, and problem is solved. And in China, the same kind of factory, the boss told the 17-year-old child worker, saying, you solve this problem tomorrow or you don't ever come back to my factory ever again. So this boy was very scared and he was thinking, what can I do? So he decided to run out and spend $10 and bought a big fan. It blows these boxes away if it is empty. So this problem is solved by a 17-year-old under $10. This is a typical example of a Chinese creativity, Chinese innovation, because we have less resources available to us. We have a lot of people, although we have a big country, so per person we have very, very limited money, resources. So we have to struggle in order to survive and strive. If you're an artist and you want to be creative, I think the best way is to constrain yourself with limited resources and say, this is what I have to work with and I will work with this and I will make it. And set yourself some limits and some deadlines and really make it like a kind of a survival game. You can also read this book, and it's a very good book to be funny and see funny pictures and funny stories, and perhaps it will make you laugh better than I do, but I would say it's slightly spoiled because you don't go and read a book called Still Like an Artist to be creative. If you lock yourself in a room and say, I will only go out of this room when I have the solution to my creative problem, you will find yourself leaving the room hungry with the most creative and innovative solution in your life. That's it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I think I speak more like a Chinese now. Don't you think so?